bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here.
Hi everyone, Monisha Pulkatra here. Welcome to my channel. So this is the last episode of arithmetic progression. In this I will be covering from question 12 to question 20. So this will be the last episode. So please stay till the end so that you can understand all the concepts of arithmetic progression very clearly and properly. Okay, shall I start the session? So coming to the 12th question of exercise 1.3. So the question is, find the sum of first 40 positive integers divisible by 6. Okay, we need to find out the first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6. Okay, for that first we need to write a sequence. So sequence will be the numbers which are the factors of 6. That is 6 ones are tables. So 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, 6 threes are 18. So 3 numbers are enough, etc. Okay, so they are asked for first 40 positive integers. So the n will be, number of terms will be 40. Okay, so this will become t1, t2, t3, etc. So here the first term a, that is equal to t1, is equal to 6. Next common difference d is equal to t2 minus t1, that is 12 minus 6 is equal to 6. Here we need to find out the sum of first 40 integers. Therefore S40 we need to find out. So first we need to apply Sn formula. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So n is equal to 40. So write down S40. S40 is equal to 40 by 2 into 2a. A is 6 plus n is 40 minus 1 into d is 6. Okay, so now we need to divide. 2 ones are 2, 20s are, so 20 into 2 6 are 12 plus 40 minus 1, 39 into 6. So we need to multiply 39 into 6. So 6 times are 54, 6 3s are 18, so it will be 23. Okay, so 20 into 12 plus 234. Okay, so 234 plus 12, so it will be 246. So 20 into 246. So now we need to multiply 246 into 20. Okay, so write 0 as it is. 2 6 are 12, 1 carry, 2 4s are 8, plus 1 9, 2 2s are 4. So the answer is 4920. So the sum of first 40 positive integer which are divisible by 6. So the sum of all those numbers are equal to 4920. Hope you understood this. Moving on to the 13th question. So the 13th one is also similar to that of the 12th one. So here we need to find out the sum of first 15 multiples of 8. Okay, so the sequence will start from the tables of 8 itself. So the sequence is 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, 8 threes are 24 plus etc. So here we need to find out 15 multiples. So n is equal to 15. Okay, next we need to find out the sum. Therefore S15 we need to find out. So this will be T1, T2 and T3. So the first term a is equal to 8. The common difference is equal to T2 minus T1, that is 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. Okay, we need to apply Sn formula. Sn formula is equal to n by 2 divided into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. S15 is equal to 15 by 2 into 2 into 8 plus n is 15. So 15 minus 1, d is 8. Okay, since 15 is not divisible by 2, we need to write as it is. Next 2 8s are 16 plus 15 minus 1, 14 into 8. So 15 divided by 2 into 16 plus 14 8s are 112. Next 15 divided by 2 into 112 plus 16. It will be 1. So 128. So 2 ones are 2 64s are. Okay. So we need to multiply 64 into 15. So 5 4s are 20. 2 carry. 5 6 are 30. 32 will be 64. So the answer is 960. So the sum of 15 multiples of 8 is equal to 960. Okay. So the answer is 960. The 14th question is, find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. So from 0 to 50, so whichever odd number is there, we need to find the sum of it. Okay. So the odd number starts from 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. So less than 50, which is the odd number? 49. So this is the sequence. Here this is T1, T2, T3, T4, etc. up to Tn. Okay, this is Tn, the last term. Okay, so the first term is A is equal to T1, that is 1, and common difference is T2 minus T1, that is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Next, the last term is Tn, which is also equal to L, that is 49. We need to find the sum of odd numbers from 0 to 50, that is Sn, where n is not known. So we need to find out n first. Okay. So first we need to apply Tn formula in order to find n. So A plus n minus 1 into D. So Tn is 49. 49 is equal to A is 1 plus n we need to find out, and D is 2. So 49 minus 1, I have shifted 1 to left hand side, n minus 1 into 2. So this is 48 is equal to n minus 1 into 2. In the next step, 2 will move into the division form. So 2 ones are 2, 24s are. So 24 is equal to n minus 1. So 24 plus 1 is equal to n. So the number of terms is equal to 25. That is, the number of odd numbers between 0 and 50 is 25. There are 25 odd numbers between 0 and 50. Okay. So next we need to find out all those sum of all the 25 odd numbers. Okay. We need to find the sum of all those 25 odd numbers. So we need to apply Sn formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into, since we know the first term and the last term, we can write the smaller formula A plus L. So S25 is equal to 25 divided by 2 into A is first one 1 and L is the last term, that is 49. Okay. So S25 is equal to 25 divided by 2 into 50. So 2 ones are 2, 25s are. S25 is equal to 25 into 25, that is 625. So the sum of all the odd numbers from 0 to 50, if you do the sum of it, then the value will be 625. Moving on to the 15th problem of this session. The 15th problem says, a contract job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date. Okay, for the first day, the delay of the first day, it costs 20 rupees penalty. Okay, for the first day it is 200 rupees penalty. Sorry, for the second day it is 250 rupees penalty. For the third day there is 300 rupees penalty, and so on. Okay, if the delay goes on to 30 days, if the delay goes on to 30 days, we need to find the total amount of penalty for all those 30 days. Okay, so this is 200 is T1, T2, T3 up to 30 days is n. Okay, number of days. So the first term is 200. The common difference is 250 minus 200, that is 50, and the number of days n is equal to 30. We need to find the sum of penalty for 30 days. Okay, so we need to apply Sn formula here. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So S30 is equal to 30 by 2 into 2 into 200 plus n is 30 minus 1 into d is 50. Here 2 ones are 2 15s are. So 15 into 2 into 200 is 400 plus 29 into 50. So 15 into 400 plus 29 into 50 is, so 5 9s are 45. Here 4 carry, 5 2s are 10 plus 4 14. Okay, so next 15 into 400 plus 1450 is 1850. So now we need to multiply 1850 into 15. So 5 into 0 0, 5 5s are 25, 2 carry, 5 8s are 40, 42, 5 1s are 5, it's 9. So it will be 1850. So the amount of penalty for 30 days delay is 27,750 rupees. So hope you understood this problem. Moving on to the 16th problem. The question is, a sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. Okay, there are 7 cash prizes and the total amount given for that 7 cash prizes 700 rupees. So S7 is equal to rupees 700. Okay, and there are 7 cash prizes. 7 cash prizes means n, the number of terms is equal to 7. Next, they have given if each prize is rupee 20 less than its preceding price, find the value of each prize. Okay, they have not given what is the amount given for the first prize, but the total amount of prize is 7. Okay, so we need to find the total prizes for each of the prizes from first prize to 7th prize. So let the first prize be P. Okay, let the first prize be P. Then the second prize will become P minus 20, that is 20 less than the preceding price, and third prize will become P minus 40. From initial price it will be 20 rupees less, and so on up to 7th prize. Okay, we need to find out the amount of cash in each prizes. By this we can understand that it is in a AP form, that is first is P, next is P minus 20, next is P minus 40 up to 7 prizes. So here this will be T1, T2, T3 up to N. So here A is, first term is T1, that is P, and common difference is T2 minus T1, that is P minus 20 minus P. Here plus P minus P get cancels each other, so the common difference is minus 20, and the number of prizes n is equal to 7. The total number of prizes is 7, where the amount given is 700. So S7 is equal to 700. Okay, we need to apply Sn formula here. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So S7 is equal to 7 by 2 into 2a. A is P here, n is 7 minus 1 and d is minus 20. So S7 is 700 is equal to 7 by 2 into 2p plus 6 into minus 20. Here 7 ones are 7 hundreds are. In the next step, it will cross multiply each other. That is 100 into 2 is equal to 2p, plus into minus, minus 6 2s are 12. So 6 into 20 is 120. Okay. So 100 into 2, 200 is equal to 2p minus 120. So I am shifting minus 120 to left side. It will become plus 120 is equal to 2p. So it will be 320 divided by 2 is equal to p. So 2 1s are 2 16s are 32. So 2 160s are 320. So p, that is the first price, will be 160 rupees. So now we need to find the cash amount for each of the prices. Okay. The first price is p, that is equal to 160 rupees. So on, the second price is p minus 20. Therefore 160 minus 20 is 140 rupees. So third price is p minus 40, that is 160 minus 40 is equal to 120. Fourth price is equal to p minus 60, that is 160 minus 60 is equal to 100 rupees. Fifth price is equal to p minus 80, that is 160 minus 80 is equal to 80 rupees. Sixth price is equal to p minus 100, 160 minus 100 is equal to 60 rupees. And the last price, that is seventh price, is equal to p minus 120, that is 160 minus 120 is equal to 40 rupees. So you can notice here each of the price is 20 less than the preceding price. So we need to find out all the 7 prices. So hope you understood this problem well. 17th question is, in a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. Okay, it was decided that the number of trees that each section of a class will plant will be same as that of the class. That is, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree. Okay, the section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, and section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and section of class 3 3 trees up to class 12. Okay, up to 12th class. So here they have given there are 3 sections of each class. So we need to find out how many total number of plants were planted by the students from class 1 to class 12. So first I will be taking into consideration only one section, and according to that I will be solving the problem. Later on I will convert it into 3 sections. Okay. So here first standard 1 tree, second standard 2 and third standard 3 up to 12th class. So this will be T1, T2, T3 up to 12th class is n, not Tn, it is 12th class, n is equal to 12. Okay. So the first term is 1, common difference is 2 minus 1, that is 1, and n is equal to 12. We need to find out total number of trees planted by all the class students. Okay. So we need to apply Sn formula. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So it is S12 is equal to 12 divided by 2 into 2 into a is 1 plus n minus 1, 12 minus 1 into d is 1. Okay. So 2 1s are 2 6s are. So 6 into 2 plus 12 minus 1 is 11 into 1. 6 into 2 plus 11. So 6 into 13. So S12 is equal to 13 6 are 78. So this 78 is the number of plants planted by the students if we take it as one section each class. Okay. But they have given there are 3 sections in each class. There are 3 sections from class 1 to class 12th. Okay, so there are 3 sections from class 1 to class 12. Since for first one section, if we take into consideration as one section, then there will be total number of trees will be 78. Then for 3 section, we need to just multiply it with 3. Okay, so 3 8s are 24, 3 7s are 21, 234. So the total number of trees is equal to 234. So S12 is equal to 234. So these are the total number of plants planted by students from class 1 to class 12th. Moving on to the 18th problem. The 18th question is, a spiral is made up of successive semicircles with centers alternately at A and B, starting with center A of radii 0.5 centimeter. Here we can see that there is a semicircle of length L1. So this 0.5 is L1 semicircle, which is 0.5 centimeter. Next it is L2. L2 is 1.0 centimeter. Next here it is L3. So L3 is 1.5 centimeter, and then this is L4. L4 is 2.0 centimeter. So on up to there are 13 consecutive semicircles. Okay, we need to find the total length of all 13 consecutive semicircles. Okay, so here the radius given is 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0 up to 13 spirals. Okay, up to 13 spirals. So by this we can just notice and say that it is in AP, because 0.5 times it is increasing. Okay, next the semi-perimeter. The semi-perimeter, since it is a semicircle, we are taking semi-perimeter of spirals. Okay, semi-perimeter is given by formula pi r, whereas for first spiral, it is pi into r is 0.5. We know that 0.5 is nothing but half, so we can write it as pi by 2. Okay, the first spiral, the semi-perimeter is pi by 2. Next, for the second spiral, pi into 1.0, pi into 1 is pi itself. For third spiral, pi into 1.5, we can write 1.5 as 3 by 2, because 2 ones are 1 remaining 0.0, 1.5. Okay, so we can write it as 3 pi by 2. Next, fourth spiral, so pi into 2.0, that is nothing but 2 pi. Okay, and so on up to 13. So the sequence here is pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi up to 13 spirals. Okay, so these are the semi-perimeters of all the spirals given. So here this one is T1, T2, T3, T4 up to n spirals. So the first term will be pi by 2, and the common difference is T2 minus T1, that is pi minus pi by 2. So it will become 2 pi minus pi whole divided by 2, that is pi by 2. So common difference is also pi by 2. Next, n is equal to 13 number of spirals. We need to find out the total length of the spiral of all the 13 consecutive spirals here. Okay, so for that we need to take Sn formula. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so here S 13 is equal to 13 by 2 into 2a. 2 into a is pi by 2 plus n is 13 minus 1 and d is also pi by 2. Okay, here pi and 2 and 2 get cancels each other, so remaining is 13 by 2 into pi plus 13 minus 1 is 12, 12 into pi by 2. Here 2 1s are 2 6 are, so remaining is 13 by 2 into pi plus 6 pi. Okay, so it will become 13 by 2 into 7 pi. We know that in the question itself they have given pi is also equal to 22 by 7. So instead of pi we can write it as 22 by 7, that is 7 into 22 by 7. So 7 7 get cancels, 2 1s are 2 11s are, so it will be 13 into 11. So 13 into 11 is 143. Okay, so 13 into 11 is 143. This is the total length, 143 centimeters. So this is the total length of all the spirals from L1 to L1 up to L13. Okay, so you can do the multiplication part here. 11 3s are 33, 11 1s are 11 plus 3 14. Okay, 143. Hope you understood this problem. Moving on to the 19th problem. The 19th question is 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. So the total number of logs are 200. So we can take it as Sn. The total number of logs are 200 in the following manner, that is 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 in the next row, 18 in the row next to it. So we can clearly state it as the sequence is in AP because it is becoming decreasing by just 1, so minus 1. So in the first row that is 20, bottom row there are 20, and in the next row there are 19 and next 18 and so on. So total number of rows are, total number of logs are 200. Okay, placed how many logs are there in the top row. So we need to find out, there are total of 200 logs. Okay, so in how many rows they have been placed. So the total number of rows we need to calculate, and we need to calculate in the top row. Okay, in top row how many logs are placed. In top row the number of logs in the top row. Okay, number of logs. Okay, the total number of logs are 200 and the sequence is 20, 19, 18 and the total is 200 logs. We need to find out how many rows are there so that they can stack all the 200 logs. Next, in the top row how many logs are placed. So the number of logs placed in the top row. Okay, so here the first term is A. First term is A is equal to 20. Next the common difference is 19 minus 20, that is minus 1, and Sn is 200. So Sn is 200. Next we need to find out N. So we need to apply Sn formula. Sn is equal to N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Here Sn is 200. So 200 is equal to N we need to find out into 2 into A. A is 20 plus N minus 1 into D is minus 1. Okay. So we can cross multiply this 2 into 200. So 2 into 200 is 400 is equal to N into 40 plus we need to multiply it. So plus into minus is minus N, minus into minus is plus 1. Okay, so 400 is equal to N into plus 40 plus 1 is 41 minus N. Okay, so next 400 is equal to 41N, that is N into 41 is 41N minus N into N is N square. We need to make it as a quadratic equation, so I am shifting minus N square to left hand side, so it will become plus N square, and plus 41 to left hand side it will become minus 41N. Next I am placing 400 as it is, so it is plus 400. Okay, so plus 400 is equal to 0. Now we need to factorize it so that when we split this minus 41, we need to get two numbers or two terms, so that when we multiply it, it should be 400, and when we add or subtract, it should be a middle term. Okay, for that, first we need to take a LCM of 400, that is 5 8s are 40, so 5 80s are, and 5 1s are 5, 5 6s are 30. Okay, so here we can see that we can group it here itself. 5 into 5 is 25. Okay, so 25 into 16. Okay, 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 150 and 25. So this is 400. So when we multiply it, we got 400, and when we add, okay, when we add, we get 41. Okay, so the middle terms are, the terms are 25 and 16. So n square, here it is minus 41. So we need to get minus 41 here. So we need to write minus 25n and minus 16n plus 25. Okay, so minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 is equal to 0. Okay, now we need to take common terms from grouping it. Okay, here n is common, so the remaining is n minus 25. Here minus 16 is common, so remaining is n minus 25. Okay, so we get two terms, one is n minus 25 and n minus 16. We need to equate it to 0. So n minus 25 is equal to 0. We get n is equal to 25. N minus 16 is equal to 0. We get n is equal to 16. So both are terms. We need to find out the number of rows. Either 16 is the number of rows or 25 is the number of rows. Okay, in order to decide it, we need to substitute it in Tn formula. So Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So I will substitute 16 first. So 16 is equal to a is 20 plus 16 minus 1 into d is minus 1. So T16 is equal to 20. So here minus is there, so plus into minus, minus. So 16 minus 1 is 15. So T16 is equal to 5. So this is the value, this is the number of rows. If we consider 16 is the number of rows, then in the top row the number of logs is 5. Okay, so let us check the second case also. So Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Here I am considering 25 as the number of rows, then a is 20 plus 25 minus 1 into minus 1. So T25 is equal to 20 plus into minus, minus 25 minus 1 is 24. Here T25 is equal to 20 minus 24 is minus 4. So this is clearly not possible because the number of rows can't be negative, right? So this is the correct answer. So we can conclude it here, that is the total number of rows are, total number of rows is equal to 16 and number of logs in top row, number of logs in the top row is equal to 5. Okay, so 16 is the total number of rows where the 200 logs has been stacked, and the number of logs in the top row is 5. Okay, hope you understood this. Moving on to the last question of this session, that is, in a potato race, a bucket is placed at a starting point which is 5 meters from the first potato. Okay, we can see here from the first potato. So this will be the first potato. Okay, so from here the distance of the bucket is 5 meters. So after the first potato, each and every potato has been placed 3 meters apart. Okay, so there are a total of 10 potatoes has been placed. A competitor has to take the potato and just put it in the bucket, and again she needs to run back and take another potato, again to run back and put the potato inside the bucket. Okay, so this is the competition. So now we need to find out what is the total distance run by that competitor to take all the 10 potatoes and to put it inside the bucket. Okay, so this is the question. So here the distance of the potatoes. Okay, So the distance of potatoes, here I am considering only one time running of the competitor. Okay, she is running twice, but in this time I am considering only one time. Next, later on I will take it as twice and I will multiply it. Okay, the distance of the potatoes. Okay, the distance of the potatoes are 5, 8, 11, 14, etc. How means? So for starting is 5. Okay, so starting will be 5 meter. The first potato, the distance of the first potato is 5 meter. So next it will be 5 plus 3. So the next potato will be 5 plus 3. So next it will become 5 plus 3 plus 3. So next it will be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay, and so on. So it is 5, 8, 11 and then 14, etc. So this is the distance. So just we can see that it is in AP itself. The sequence will be in AP. So here A will be, the first term will be 5, and next the common difference is 8 minus 5, that is 3. So next there are a total of 10 potatoes. So in the question they have given there is a total of 10 potatoes. Therefore n is equal to 10. Okay, what we need to find out? We need to find out the total distance. So total distance to take the 10 potatoes. So we need to find out S10. So the continuation of 20th sum is here. Okay, so here the first term is 5, the distance of the first potato. The common difference is 8 minus 5, that is 3, and the total number of potatoes placed in the competition is 10. So n is equal to 10. We need to find out the total distance ran by the competitor to take out all the potatoes and put in the bucket. Okay, so it is S10. So we need to apply Sn formula here. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So S10 is equal to 10 by 2, 2 into 5 plus 10 minus 1 into d is 3. Okay, so here 2 ones are 2 5s are, so it will be 5 into 2 5s are 10 plus 10 minus 1 is 9 into 3. So this will be 5 into 10 plus 9 3s are 27. So 5 into 37. So S10 will be 5 7s are 35, 3 carry, 5 3s are 15, 16, 17 and 18. Okay, so this is 185. So this is for the only one way running of the competitor. I have not considered twice, I have considered only one time. So this is the one side running of the competitor, the total length or the total distance taken by the competitor to run only one side. Okay, since every time she has to run back to the bucket, run back to the bucket. Therefore the total distance that the competitor has to run will be 2 times of it. Okay, 2 times of it. So therefore total distance is 2 into 185. So 2 into 185 will be 370 meter. So this is the distance traveled by the competitor to pick all the 10 potatoes. Okay, to collect all the 10 potatoes and to keep it back in the bucket. So this is the total distance, where I will do one more alternate method to do this. Okay, so the AP, the The distance taken by the competitor in the starting stage is 5, 8, 11 and 14, etc. Okay, but the distance taken by the competitor to collect the potatoes and to run back to the bucket and to put it inside the bucket, she took 2 times, right? So 2 times she ran back and forth. To collect and place the potato, right? Place the potato in the bucket. So the distance has taken to be 2 times. So I will be multiplying each of the AP term into 2. It will become 10, 5 2s are 10, 8 2s are 16, 11 2s are 22 and 14 2s are 28. The sequence has been changed. So this is the new AP. So starting itself we need to multiply the distance into 2. So here the first term will be 10. So the common difference will be 16 minus 10, that is 6. Next, again 10 potatoes itself. So n is equal to 10 and we need to find out S10 itself. Okay, because there is a total of 10 potatoes. So apply Sn formula, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so here we need to find out S10 is equal to 10 by 2 into 2 into a, that is here a is 10 plus n is 10 minus 1 into d is 6. So 2 ones are 2 5s are, so 5 into 2 10s are 20 plus here 9 6s are. Okay, so here 5 into 20 plus 5 6 9 6 are 54. So 5 into 54 plus 20, 74. So it will be, so 5 4s are 20, 2 carry. So 5 7s are 35, 36 and 37. So we got the same answer, 370 meter, right? So the total distance is, so total distance is 370 meter. So either you can do by this method or you can do by this method. Okay, both are one and the same. So this is the last question of arithmetic progression. So the arithmetic progression problems have been completed. So if you have any queries, doubts on this chapter, please do comment me in the comment section below so that I can understand which problems are there which are doubtful to you. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching my videos.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.